Okay, guys, so I want to let you know that the school actually made me feel bad for a student I don't like. And I know I should not admit to this, but there is a girl named Leia, and I don't like her because she has proven to be very annoying to other students, and she has proven to be a mess starter. For example, she randomly touched a guy's hair, and it was because the teacher told her to sit down in her chair, and I guess she gets embarrassed or angry, and so she touches this guy's hair, and then he hits her to like say, "Get off of me, don't touch me." And it's like, you violated his personal space first. And then this same boy goes and he looks at a pencil sitting on a desk. It's like a group of pencils, testing pencils. And he looks at it and he puts his finger like on it to be like, "Oh, pencils with erasers." And then she goes and she says, "He's stealing." And she yells it like he's a thief. And then he's just like, "Get away from me. Like, I'm not doing that." And then he walks away to his desk. Like, he literally tries to avoid this girl. And she pops out just to annoy him out of nowhere. And she even grabbed his chair as he was trying to move it away from her in music class. And she acted like she didn't want to let it go. But of course, she let go. But she just stood angrily, like, at the fact that she was lurking over this boy's chair. Then he moved his chair, and she's like, "I'm not moving myself." So I'm glad he has the sense to get away from her because other students do not. Like, she had this girl chasing her to hit her, and then she never, like, ran away from the girl. Like, she just, it was like one of those chasing games. Like, "Oh, I'm gonna hit you, you're gonna hit me, and then I'm gonna tell the teacher that you hit me," like it's a bad thing when really you were already doing that. Like, a lot of these kids, they do play hitting games, but they don't do it in a way where they're like, "Oh, she hit me, let me tell the teacher." And she just does that, and it's weird because it's like you won't move from these kids. Because again, like when fights happen, the biggest thing I can do is usually I can't move the child who's angry and starting the fight, but I can move the other child who's the victim. And that's how this school is. Like, they keep bad kids inside of the class to the point that I'm just a teaching assistant. I can't get anyone suspended, but I can try and move children away from each other. And that bare minimum, like, no one wants to do. And I hate it when there's like students who just hate each other, but then they'll insist on like sitting next to each other or being in each other's face just to fight. And it's like, guys, separate, okay? Please separate. Like, one of you has to be the smarter one, cuz this school is not smart enough to separate you for yourself. And then they don't give you anything to work on so you can fight even more. So, yeah, with this girl Leia who I don't really like, she actually tried to hug me and I slammed a door to get away from her. Like, I literally just ran out the classroom because I'm like, "I'm not gonna hug you. Bye." And that is something I would do because I did not like the girl. Like, she literally stuck her hand in a trash can and then acted like she's gonna touch somebody or touch something. And she did that to the boy who she's been like annoying, terrorizing, whatever you want to call it, trying to get his attention. Like, no, I don't play that. Because he will get angry and hit you, and then he could be sent to the office because of something that you did. And she will never walk when the teacher says to walk. She'll stand outside of the classroom and be upset that she can't have her way. And I kind of understand her because I feel like the rules shouldn't be as strict, but at the end of the day, you're in this school to listen to your teacher, and I'm just like, why did your mom bring you here if you're not gonna listen? Like, I just wish these parents would think about the type of classrooms that these teachers have to have. And it's just a lot of factors, but I do think that, yeah, teachers are too strict with her. But I also think, yes, she does have a normal response as a kid in a way. Although she does like just stand outside of class and be really defiant and angry, or stand inside a class and be very defiant and angry. And I understand why, because it's like I don't want to jump when somebody tells me to jump. Like a lot of kids want their own freedoms and they just want to sit, laugh, and play with their friends. And school should be playful, it should be fun, and it shouldn't feel like you're very restricted and sad. It shouldn't be like this. So, as I was saying, Leia was told she is a car writer, and I was there when the teacher told her. She said, yeah, the front office said your mom called and you are now a car writer. And so she had Leia go with some girls to the car writer line. And Leia was upset. She didn't want to go out the door. And she made a sad face. She froze, as she usually does. And then she went out the door because I told the teacher, can you, like, take her bunny and have her chase it? Because maybe if she chases it, she'll get out the door. Like, okay, if you want your bunny, go out the door and then you can get it. And she did walk out, and then she walked with the group of girls and she went to the car rider line. So let's say 10, 12 minutes pass or something, and I'm in the classroom because a girl doesn't have a backpack, and then the intercom buzzes and they're like, hey, we made a mistake. The girl is a walker. She walks to daycare. And so I told the intercom woman, yeah, I understand. I will get her to be a walker. So I go down to the walker line. And the girl without the backpack, she just goes to her teacher. And so I go to the walker line and I get Leia. And Leia's like, I want to carry out your suitcase. And I'm like, okay. And so we're walking. Then a woman sees her and she yells at her, like, where are you? Why are you doing this? Why are you somewhere? No, everyone's been looking for you. But when I was in the car rider line, I told the guy, and he had his walkie-talkie out to say, hey, this girl, Leia, has been taken. She's going to the walker line right now. And then everything was cool. And then this woman pops out of nowhere and starts yelling at her for not being where she's supposed to be, when the front office messed up and told her she's a car rider. Like, her teacher told her that. Like, this was our mistake. And then she gets punished for it. And then again today, Friday, she gets punished for it because when I take her to the walker line to make sure she gets there, the woman at the line, who's also the librarian, is like, I remember you. You're the one who held up the line yesterday so none of the kids could leave. And I'm like, what is that to tell a child? Because it's not her fault. She literally thought she was a car rider. And now the woman is blaming her for all the kids who are walkers that day not being able to walk. And to me, that is not her fault. And even if it is, like, delays happen all the time. The kids could be delayed because it's raining. Like, it is not her fault. And then what I didn't like is that on Thursday, a group of teachers walked with her as well. And it was a kindergarten teacher, a third grade teacher, her second grade teacher, and a woman from the front office. And I didn't like that because I'm like, it's not that serious. The girl wasn't running away. She just thought she was a car rider because y'all told her she was a car rider. And now you're getting mad at her for no reason. And it's funny to me because Leia is not a good kid, but in this moment, she is in the right. Like, these adults are doing too much, especially acting like being 8 minutes, because again, school ends at like 2:10, and then all the kids have to leave by 2:30. So it was like 2:18 at this time, because I looked at the time, and she wasn't that late. Like, she wasn't holding y'all up that much. It's 2:18. She still can leave the school by 2:30, if anything. And y'all messed up. Again, y'all messed up, and then y'all are still pointing out to her how she didn't arrive on time, and it's Friday. Y'all are still upset. And I don't like that. So, Anyway, that's it.